with computers.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not. This isn't gonna go on there, so
Boomers.
you don't have to worry about any of that. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Heavily Spiced Podcast. I'm your host Jet, and with me today are my friends Daniel and Vincent.
Hey.
And we're here to talk about our new favorite show, Velma. Right, boys? Before that, I wanted to start it off with basically saying, like, I made this song. I don't know if you guys actually have seen it, but I just felt like I should actually just, like, put it out there and then just kind of...
Yeah, I listened to it.
I listened to it, too.
Yeah.
I listened to it Sunday night.
Do you have the
Yeah.
lyrics for it?
The lyrics? It's actually just lyricless.
Yes.
It's just pretty much guitar.
It's really good, though. Guitar-wise, it's actually really good. I liked
Thanks. It's been it's a song that I've had, like, in my head for so long. Like, you play guitar. Did you? No. Well, it's just basically, like, kind of been in there. And it's just weird because...
I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's been something that's been on my mind. And I think about it. It's been just years of, like, trying to create this thing. And then it's finally like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm just going to release it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just a moment of, like, holy shit, this is, you know?
Yeah.
Out there. And music's something that I've wanted to do for so long. Like, I've talked about doing music for 10 years. We were in a band together.
Yeah. We did the whole band thing in high school, and that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And it's just weird. It's just, you know, just looking back on everything, like, especially, I fucking hate January. January was, like, the worst month of my life. But looking back, like, that's when my dad passed away and stuff. And I was like, you know what? This is just, I don't want to die and then people just remember me for, like, the job that I did. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to think of me as, like, doing this thing. Like, I'd rather them think of me as, like, this song or, like, this podcast or this channel sort of thing. And I got really into my head of being like, why am I just so, like, almost afraid to just put stuff out there like that? You know what I mean? Because when it sits in your brain for so long, it's almost like you start to doubt it for a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You kind of lose that vibe of it being like, oh, it's not that good. It's not whatever. And it's not like, you know, it's just, it was a long time coming. And it kind of fell into place too, because I never knew what to call it or what it should go as and stuff. But then it kind of just came to me as like Hagone, which is how you pronounce it, which just means like pretty much like goodbye in Navajo. Over the last few years, I've become really like culturally aware of everything that I've had. But I found out it doesn't like mean goodbye. It kind of just means like until I see you again. And I kind of liked that more.
Yeah.
I like that more
because
because it's like, I don't know, like losing my dad, breaking up with people, losing friends and stuff. It's like, it's become so hard to just be like, okay, now I'm just never going to see you again. You know what I mean? You get to that moment where you have people in your life and it's just like, they're just gone. And it's just like, it's just not goodbye. It's just like until it comes back around, like a circle sort of thing, you know? So yeah, I kind of want to just start there because I feel like if I didn't and we got into it, we would never come back to it. You know what I mean? But it's popping off pretty well. And I plan on releasing more music. Obviously not as like heavy as like that, but I wanted to start off being like, okay, that's the first thing to be released.
You mean emotionally heavy?
Yeah, emotionally heavy. Not actually heavy.
Yeah.
Which I will get into heavy stuff because that's the kind of music that I like.
We grew up with it.
Yeah. But it's like when you finally release something, like that's your number one. Like that's the starting point.
It's raw and untainted. It's what you truly see yourself as or your true feelings.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of outer influences that determine like, oh, that was good or this was bad. It's just your first impression. It's a first impression.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Like, it's hard for me to be like, okay, this is where, you know, this is where I start, and then everything else afterward. It's just easier now. Like, it'll just be easier to release number 2, because it's like, okay, that's just like this podcast, this is number 15. Like, I don't care about number 15. Not that I don't care about the podcast, but it's just like, when number 1 was released, there was a lot of pressure on me to be like, this has to be fucking good, which is why I deleted, like...
I was about to say, it's funny that you let that first one happen.
That's
But
kind
not
of
the next 10.
I loved that first one we did.
Well,
All the
why?
shitty lighting, I just felt like it was there.
Was it the conversation? Was it the setup?
It was
it's
the
the
sex with
uncharted
robots.
territory and not knowing what the fuck is going on. That's probably what it was. But
I
to
think-
bring it back to what you said at the beginning of that, You're absolutely right about first releasing something. I think everyone actually feels that way about releasing something, whether it be music or some type of media, or even an opinion about something that may not be voiced by other people.
Yeah.
When you that fear of first releasing something, I can attest to having kind of the same feeling. I think we talked about this before, but having like a riff that you said you've been sitting on for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have the same thing. It's a different riff, obviously, but it's a riff that I've made a long time ago that I've kind of expanded here and there over the years, or just come back to always. And I haven't done anything with it. I don't really plan on anything doing with it now, but in the future, if I ever get into like actually releasing music, that will be my number one. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll be my first impression. But it's almost like a little egg that just kind of cooks, and you're waiting for it to hatch, but you don't know when the right time is to hatch. You don't want it to be too early or too late.
I think that's what's so interesting is like it just felt like the right time. Because if
Yeah.
I had released it like a year or two ago, I probably would have it wouldn't have had the same context or meaning to it like it does now.
There's a lot of weight behind it.
Yeah, it has meaning.
Yeah,
you
it
know what
does
I
have
mean?
meaning.
Like it just means something to me and to other people. And it's so weird because it doesn't have lyrics, but it's one of those that just like I think that feeling of it is what people get. And it's just so interesting because that's
It's a
what
vibe.
That's the vibe, bro. And that's what's just so crazy about it because nothing else feels that. Like animals don't feel that, you know? Only people, humans can like feel that sort of like energy come from music, you know? Just wild. But yeah, I plan on creating probably some more. I have a couple songs lined up that I want to get like down pat, but dude, recording music is actually pretty fucking hard. So
I was actually interested how you recorded. Did you record with a mic up to an amp, or did you do direct input into a computer?
I just did direct. I took a audio interface,
Yeah.
like a $30 one, and then just played the guitar. And the hardest thing was like I had to get a metronome, and I put it inside my ear. I think it's like 63 beats, and I just had to play it on the metronome.
Playing on beat is hard.
It is hard because I don't realize it, but I've played that song so many times. There's parts where I'll just jump up a bit and parts where I'll jump back. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm on beat, but I'm just not on beat.
Yeah, because it's a vibe that you're playing it rather than like you weren't playing to drums or percussion. You're just kind of playing to whatever you thought sounded good.
Yep. And I realize I still have a lot to learn. I've played it for a long time, but it's just like there's still a lot to fucking learn about it. That's what's so cool. I don't know. There's just a lot. And I still want to create music too. And that brings back to the video ideas that we got, bro. And I'm telling you, we need to create that new metal video so bad.
A new metal, yeah, that would be cool. And I
didn't fill you in, but yeah, I have big
Baby
plans
metal.
for the year. Baby metal too. I'm just creating stuff that's like, I don't know, just different video ideas that we have for the rest of the year. And bring
Are
back
we gonna do
podcasts.
it? Find
Yeah,
out.
we definitely are gonna do it. I just want to release one song, just even if it's fucking terrible. Just I think
you
we
already
should.
released a song.
Yeah, but we should release a song.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to release my own songs, but
Like
I
a
kind of
band
do
song.
like a collaborative effort because I feel
Or
like
a collab song. Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
I can play the triangle.
yeah, you can sing, bro. You're gonna be singing on the track.
Oh boy.
Your New Year's resolution, what, 3 years
I
ago?
hope that video where we all sang that dumb song never sees the light of day again.
Wait, which one?
I don't
Oh,
remember. I don't remember what video it was, and I don't
yeah,
remember what the
yeah,
song
yeah,
was.
yeah.
But
Was it Goodbye Cole?
cringy. Maybe it
I
was in
think
his
so.
basement. That's all I remember.
No, it's coming back.
No,
I took
don't think it should.
I took all the old videos, I compiled into one. It's 3 hours long. I'm gonna release it soon.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's the reason why I haven't done PCB3 either. But anyways, which I'm probably not gonna do. I just don't like it. I'm deleting a video. Big
Big
surprise,
surprise.
bro. I don't
What
know.
did you like about it?
You know, it was kind of like this. Kind of goes into what we're gonna talk about, but you know how
Velma?
like
The perfectionist thing.
it's not perfectionist thing.
It is.
What does it have?
Maybe
to
it's
do with
slightly a
Scooby-Doo?
It is.
perfectionist
I
thing.
do the same
okay,
thing.
bro?
It's
Maybe
Perfectionist.
slightly. No, it's more or less like it just felt like I was trying to recreate a video I've already created. You know what I mean? Like I liked we did a PCB video, which I really fucking enjoyed. Like I loved that video. And then I do PCB 3, and it's like the same fucking video. I don't want to
We're
just
the same people.
Hmm?
We're the
Same people, and yeah, no, I get
well,
that.
it's just the same vibes, the same editing. I wanted to do like the same voiceover, the same cuts, the same music. I was like, I'm just making the same fucking video. I don't care to do that. That's not fun. You know what I mean? Plus, like, I don't
You
know.
wanted to be something new.
Yeah, mix it
Yeah.
up, definitely. I agree with you on that. I get why you haven't.
Yeah, and plus my ex was in it. It just feels weird, and I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know.
That
Maybe
always makes it weird.
Yeah, it does. I wish it didn't, but it really does.
It will. Hell, one of my exes in one of them that I don't think. No, that one got released, I think.
Yeah, that was the first PCB one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a lot of videos to do, a lot of stuff to catch up on. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Velma, the show, the Scooby Doo show, for the next hour.
We don't have to talk about it that long.
No, we're gonna talk about it
I don't
because
think we
this
can
is
talk
what.
about it that long.
No, we can. Trust
We
me.
can go
I have a
off on
lot to
tangents about
say,
it.
bro. I have a lot to say. We sat down and we watched it. Me and Vincent did, and then I forced Daniel to watch it. And
Did you watch it?
I only saw the first episode. I
That's all we
couldn't
watched.
do more.
Did you watch further?
no, I thought
Okay.
about it, but then I was like, why?
No.
I thought it'd be funny to go.
Neither me or him would have watched further. And then
I
you
thought
watched
I thought
further.
it'd be funny to go through. Well, maybe it gets better. Spoiler alert. Let's
didn't
just say
watch
it. We hated it. We hated this
Oh, yeah,
fucking
we-
show.
What?
There's one thing I'll say that I like, not about the show, just the fact that it's a adult tailored, animated, like animation style show. Which there's a few.
I
that
mean,
I've
those are
watched.
getting popular.
They
like
are.
Big Mouth, Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites. I'm trying to think of others. There's apparently some that are on Netflix.
Well,
It's
Rick and
just-
Morty, I think, is wider. This one has like near nudity and a lot of gore.
Oh yeah, that was the weirdest part
There
of the
was
whole
a lot-
episode.
Yeah, the very beginning was like almost nude girls in it. I was like,
wasn't
what
it
the-
nude?
No, I mean,
No, it
basically
wasn't.
it was nude. They had bubbles on their nipples.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought I had just showed everything.
No, they didn't show.
Did I just
anything.
imagine that?
It's
You
just
did.
about you projected onto it.
Yeah, maybe I wanted to see that or something. It was hot though in the beginning, at least.
Yeah, no, and it's good to see that type of media come out more because then you have
It was a very
there's this
meta
weird
thing.
age of like 18 to 25 where I think our generation and a generation a little bit younger want to enjoy like that whole Toonami phase further into life. Of,
Our
like-
generation.
The
Yeah.
cartoons are sort of growing up with you.
Yes, where you have like more adult tailored cartoons that was like how you felt when you watched Toonami, but you want it when you're out of high school and in
Yeah.
college.
I watched Toonami, but it was more like just kind of on. And then when Goku would start fighting, I would watch it.
Yeah,
Other than
and
that,
that's
like I
kinda what I
wasn't.
did too.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were some shows that I watched like pretty back to back.
I mean, I watched a lot of Adult Swim growing up. Like
Adult
a
Swim too,
lot.
yeah.
A lot of home movies and stuff like that.
Home movies was good.
Yeah. So I kind of get the idea, like the vibe that they were going for with Velma, trying to like go that route, but it was a huge swing and a miss.
I feel
First
like they
off-
really wanted to go for the swing of wokeness in it, and which is fine, but I don't know.
Well, there's that
I don't know what to
stupid.
make of the woke
and-
part.
So Daphne in it is half Asian,
But
right?
She doesn't look Asian.
She doesn't look it would okay.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say that.
I mean, it's just more or less like she just says I'm Asian.
Yeah,
Like that's her first like fucking line is like I'm Asian. And it's like what is I don't who does no one's going around I'm not going around saying I'm Native American to everybody. Well, actually I
True.
kind of do. But like it's not like one of those things where you're like, "Oh, by the way, I'm Asian." That's
Yeah.
my character. That's just who I am. I'm just Asian. It just feels weird.
You gotta.
it's like
It's the pilot episode. They all gotta. This is
It
their
had
defining feature.
That
That's
had
all there
nothing
is.
to do with the plot, though. If it came into the plot, it makes sense. But it was
Okay,
just
well,
more or less.
Yeah,
like,
tell me this. What do you know about Daphne besides she's Asian?
She and Velma were best friends.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. That's
True.
the
That's
only
all I
thing.
got.
and they stopped being friends.
I didn't remember that to
because
be
she got
honest.
hot. Remember?
Oh.
That's why they stopped
She's
being friends.
vapid.
Yeah, she was hot, man. The show is hot. I gotta give it that. It is a pretty hot show. But
Do you know who plays Fred?
No.
yeah, we talked about it.
Glenn Howerton
Yeah,
from It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dennis.
that's
Which-
so weird.
But
Yeah.
they like changed up his voice.
His
I don't know
voice
what they
sounds
did,
different.
but-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can
You
can
kinda,
tell it's him,
You
but-
kind of tell it's him because I watched some of his podcasts that he's on,
Mhm.
or I see clips of it, I should say.
Yeah,
it's pretty entertaining on there. But
It-
it doesn't sound the same on there that he does on
No.
the show or there.
it is different. I think he's the best part of the show. Not just because it's the sunny part, but I think his character. I don't know. He was the only part that I actually thought was entertaining and funny. The whole thing. I don't want to just sit here and blast the whole show. The whole
Honestly,
time, but
I don't think the majority of the show is that bad. It's really just Velma. She's kind of the worst. So
in what way do you
unlikable.
think she's the worst though? because I think she's the worst too. But I have my theories.
She's like that.
I think people won't like it because her character is to be super woke, and that'll turn off a lot of people, I think. But I think there's other reasons besides her being super woke for everything.
She's like that person in the friend group or just like somebody that it's like you can't have a regular conversation without them breaking into it and like telling you some tragedy or like,
Oh God.
but what about the ocean or the
Oh
animals?
yeah, that is kind of true.
And you're
That
just
is
like,
kind of her character.
like we could talk about that, but I need there to be an off switch.
It's like, hey, I got this funny story here, and she's just like brings it down the whole time.
You know what
She's
it
a
is?
wet towel.
You know what it is?
Yeah, wet towel.
Have you ever seen?
Or wet.
I don't remember the name of the skit, but it's an SNL skit.
Debbie
like
Downer?
Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh
that's
my
what
goodness.
it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
That is a good
But
skit.
so it's that, but then it's like Deadpool meta humor without understanding what makes
breaking
that
the wall
good.
kind
And even
of thing.
even in Deadpool, that can be kind of grating, you know. And
Do you guys
but
like
they still-
Deadpool?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I liked it better when I was younger.
Not really.
Big cringe.
Big cringe,
I
really?
like Ryan Reynolds though. I do like Ryan Reynolds. I do
Oh wait,
think
you're
he's
talking about
funny.
the movies. I'm sort of thinking just in general the character.
Oh, the character itself, like comic book wise, yeah, he's probably fine. I don't read any of the comics.
He's too
but-
much like
I think you would find him more cringy in the comics.
Oh yeah.
he's like
I think the movies are fine. I mean, they're pretty funny. I don't know. They're like it's not all funny. There's a lot.
I don't
of,
think any of it's funny.
you don't think any of it's funny.
no, he's never laughed once at a Deadpool.
Did
film.
you think it was funny? I like
the movies?
Yeah.
There's a couple parts that were funny. I just thought the only thing I liked about it is that he's a part of the X-Men. And I think that dynamic works really well.
Yeah.
Like if you could get him with the X-Men, that's funny because the X-Men is just so serious. Like it's about fucking the race war.
Okay, that
And then
is
you
funny.
just have
I'll agree
Deadpool
with you on
there
that.
being like,
yeah, it's very polar in seriousness and. his
yeah, I don't
style.
like meta stuff though. And that's what I didn't like about Velma. Is that like it was all just meta. It was just so much like, oh, I'm Shaggy. I hate drugs or something.
Yeah, there
it's
was
just
looks
stupid,
into the
bro.
camera. Looks into the camera. Yeah, that was bad.
I think the word that
Shaggy was the
is it
worst.
iDubbbz use the meta irony, like you have the different levels of irony.
Oh, it's been forever since I've seen
You remember that video?
that video.
Do-
The
have you
Sam
s-
Hyde one or whatever.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
dude, that video was so fucking stupid.
You know, Sam Hyde released all the unedited footage too.
I watched both of them.
I didn't watch the newest one. I only came
Wait,
out
so
a few
you,
weeks
so you
ago.
not like iDubbbz as much anymore after that? 'Cause I saw that kind of sentiment kind of rearing up a little bit. I feel
Yeah.
Like, oh, they just don't get him.
Oh, his fan base dropped after the whole his last girlfriend having an OnlyFans and everything, and everyone called him a
That's so
simp.
dumb. What do y'all think of the?
What do you guys think about that?
I
If-
don't care at all about it.
No, not about him. Just the idea of like, what if your wife wanted to start an OnlyFans
I mean, if she
and you were
going
gonna
to
make enough money, would you be okay with it
I
and
mean,
then
she
all of us
never
calling you a
would,
cuck?
But
every day?
I would.
God, that would
It
suck
would
ass.
That's the
ruin-
thing. Like, imagine your whole fan base just calling
It
you a
would-
cuck. That's kind of what
that
happened.
would. Yeah, it would get to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I think.
But I'm with you. Like, I'd be fine with it. It's just the reaction.
There are
of-
things way less than that that get to me, so that would get to me.
I'd get to me too. It's not like I just want to be like, hey, you can't do that. I would just be like, this
Oh yeah,
is really
you're-
gonna.
it's kind of controlling.
Yeah.
But then people will argue that it's like a respect thing, and you should respect the boundaries that you set with your partner.
If I mean, it's all about context too. Like, if she just did it without asking him, like, I mean, sure. I
Well, also,
guess.
what
But,
is-
like, you don't know the relationship, so why?
Well,
even,
what also is the OnlyFans? Because some OnlyFans, not that I've seen OnlyFans, but some of it is just
like
just feet
lewd
pics.
but not nude?
Lewds and not nude.
Yeah.
That yeah, I
don't
guess
know
that
if
is
it's that or not.
different. But
Because some of it is just stuff you could just post on fucking Instagram for free.
yeah, that was like one of his arguments too. It's just like, if you're really gonna pretend like no one jerks off to your wife or girlfriend's pictures on Instagram, you've really out of touch with.
That is true.
Like, that's just a thing that's gonna happen, and whether they're lewds or nudes or online is not gonna change whether they do that to the Instagram videos or Facebook or Instagram
This way they get
photos.
money from it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But now
you
just
changed
make
my
money.
mind, bro. I
Yeah,
need to
no.
marry an OnlyFans model, dude.
You can make so
That'd be
much money.
sick.
You know how much money those people make? Have you even heard of any like kind of numbers?
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty ridiculous.
You know who Alinity is?
Yeah, the streamer.
Yeah, I think not.
Destinies.
Alinity. Who's the bigger one that does OnlyFans? No, they both do OnlyFans. Who's the huge one on
Oh, Amaranth. right?
Amaranth? Yeah, you've heard of Amaranth. Do you know how much she makes?
Yeah, that's. Yeah. No, I don't know how much. She's like top though. Top.
Guess
top,
how much
top,
she
top,
makes.
Top.
Millions.
Billions. I would
Are
say
you?
like
Hey, did you
genuine.
watch Creator Clash?
20K. No, I watched only highlights of it.
I did too. We
The
should get
boxing
together and watch
shit.
the second one though. I would.
Yeah, we should do that. When
Is
is it?
It just happened and I forgot about it. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody really wanted to watch though.
What on
The
second
first one, the first one had Super Mega and stuff, and Game Grumps. The second one, I didn't see anybody on it.
Game Grumps is on this one too. Aaron is. Aaron Hansen? Is that his last name?
Yeah, the second one.
She makes just over $1 million every month.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go back to Velma though.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, let's get back to the topic here. Velma.
Yeah,
here.
sorry.
We're here to talk about
All right,
Velma.
I sat.
Do you
through
think Velma has OnlyFans?
Yes.
Do you think she would make one?
Yes. Well, the character.
Bro,
Yeah.
Daphne would make one, and
Daphne has one.
Velma would just.
Absolutely.
You know what? Okay, I'm pretty sure that the show they end up kissing or something. I think I saw spoilers for it. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
Velma and
I think
Daphne
they-
end up
Spoilers.
getting
Yeah,
together.
I think they get together. I think I heard that too.
And then Shaggy gets with Scooby, and Scooby's like a human or something. I don't
What?
know.
Yeah, Scooby's
Scooby's like a girl.
guy. No, I thought it was a guy.
I don't know.
I think it's a
I just
guy.
knew it was.
And they're just like best friends. I don't know. Okay, I watched through the whole episode.
It gets so fucking stupid, dude.
It's dumb. I watched through the whole episode and didn't even crack a smile except once.
What was the one time?
It was the Steve Harvey joke.
What was the Steve Harvey joke?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But
the
Steve
joke.
Harvey was mentioned.
It was.
Yeah, you
it was
do
just a
post a
dumb,
lot of
like-
Steve Harvey memes.
It was just like. Don't raise your eyebrows at me, Steve Harvey. I don't know, something stupid.
There's so many of the jokes were just
It
like,
got a little chuckle out of me.
ugh.
I feel like they could have just made the same show without those characters.
That's the point. That's what I
think
kind of
that's
wanted to
the
get
issue.
into.
Yeah, I know.
It didn't
that's-
have to be that. It didn't have
we're
to be Scooby Doo.
we're in this era of sequels, prequels.
Oh yeah, you did talk about
and
how
reboots.
an
That's
issue,
what I
yeah.
just really wanted to get. That's the heart of all of this.
You know what
It's just
headline I
like-
saw though?
What?
This I don't know if it made more money or it had more watchers than The Last of Us.
What?
It was one of those things.
Probably more money, dude.
I think it was more watchers than The Last of Us. It had like a bigger
Velma?
opening. Yeah, like a
I
bigger
think they
opening
spent a
weekend or
lot of
whatever.
money on ads.
I think people hate watched it.
That's what I was about to say. Because that's what we just did.
Yeah,
And I haven't
That-
seen Last of Us, but I watched fucking Velma.
But the only reason you knew about it is from advertising.
hey, any press.
I think they spent way more on advertising.
But when it first came out, when they first released it, people were on board with it. Like, people were like, oh, this is cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's an edgier.
Yeah, an edgier version. And then they released a trailer, and they're like, "Oh my god, this fucking sucks." And then people jumped on that hate bandwagon. And I kind of want to be like, at what point do we just? Because everyone's just taking the opinions of everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, I already like The Last of Us, even though I haven't even seen it.
I think it's about time investment though. Like I don't have all the time in the world to just watch everything and form an opinion on my own.
Mhm.
So if some people that I trust or I like their opinion for the most part watch it and go, yeah, that was bad, don't watch it. I would trust your guys' opinion. I
Yeah.
watch shows that you've told me to watch
I kind of
that I
agree with
normally
that.
wouldn't have done.
But I think there's a huge issue right now with like YouTube culture of 5-minute video essays.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
agree with that.
I think that
still
is
too.
the biggest cancer that we have on YouTube. I think it's really bad. I think a lot of them just do it to take hot takes, put it as the title.
and they
Well,
don't
it's
even
like
fucking
clickbait.
care.
It's clickbait.
Yeah, but they'll elaborate to an extent to where it almost makes it like a compelling argument, but it's kind of just pulled from the ether while they draw these opinions.
Do you ever get like just deep into discussion boards on like shows or whatever,
No.
and you just feel like you're getting
Reddit.
gaslit?
Yeah, that's why I don't.
And you're just
That's
like,
exactly
is
why
this
I don't.
good? Is this bad? I have no idea. Like you just see like
People
people
arguing.
who love it and people who hate it. I
Yeah,
feel like
Star
there's
Wars, bro. That's like the biggest fucking example.
I feel like there's a lot of people.
Do you think it's good or
who,
bad? New Star Wars.
Oh, it's awful.
The sequels?
Yeah.
I think it's bad. I think it's bad. I think the Rise
Like,
of Skywalker was
objectively,
just
it's bad.
bad. Like, I think that was just a bad movie. I think Force Awakens is okay, and I think Last Jedi was fine.
Do you
Well, I
think-
like that more, but
Do you think if they just kept all the old actors out and just tried to do something new, it would have been as good or better or worse?
wait, say that again.
If they kept old actors out of the new one, like instead of bringing them back.
Oh, they just rebooted it.
Yeah,
kind of.
less reboot. I mean, it's not fully a reboot, but it's got reboot vibes, I'd say, with some of the actors coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Like for some cringe moments. Like when who's the sister that dies in space and like,
Leia.
Leia dies in space. That whole scene with the CG
That was so
and her coming
weird.
back.
That was
Yeah,
so weird.
that was real bad, I think.
Well, my problem is the characters just didn't go anywhere. Like it
That's
just
why
felt like
that's my biggest
Like a
problem
lot
with
of
the Last
dicking
Jedi.
around of doing nothing. Like
Yeah,
on
it
the
was like,
island
what?
with Luke and her Rey's
now we're gonna
training.
take Finn. Yeah, we're gonna take Finn, and he just doesn't do anything for the second movie. He doesn't do anything. It was just fucking. And then Captain Phasma just doesn't do anything.
Phasma's sick though.
Phasma was so cool.
Yeah,
she didn't do
She is
anything.
sick. She's
The only one who did stuff was Kylo Ren.
because that's the Brienne's actor, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that movie in a while.
And she had like the chrome. It was
Yeah,
just sick as
she had a
fuck, and it
sick
looked
outfit.
so.
They're
The
really good with the
movies
art design.
looked good.
Oh yeah,
like
they
it
had
looked
the production
incredible.
value, absolutely.
But that's I don't know.
You
And
know,
now we're
I
gonna
think
get
the
more
biggest
Star
problem
Wars.
with it is that it's only 3 movies. Like they just didn't have time to flesh out anything, and they didn't have an overarching.
They hired fucking like 3 directors to take over it.
As
No, you know
someone-
it's because I'm gonna blank on their names. I know Ryan Johnson. Who was the other one?
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. He like originally didn't want to do it, Force Awakens or any of it, and they like somehow got him on board.
a lot of money.
It changed hands like 4 times. Yeah, I could be
Money.
I could be misremembering
Money
this.
talks.
And then then they wanted him to do all 3, and he was like, "No, I'm just gonna do the first one," and then he bowed out.
And they did Ryan
And so
Johnson.
it was like
And then
nobody
they brought
wanted to
him
do
back.
it. Nobody wanted it in their hands. Nobody wanted to be the next George Lucas.
But he did. Now
Universally
everyone hates
hated,
J.J. Abrams.
But now everybody loves him again because
everyone hates J.J.
the
Abrams.
prequels were so good.
What was the Rogue Squadron?
Oh, Rogue One.
Rogue One. Wasn't
Yeah.
that really good?
Yeah, that one's pretty
It was
sick.
pretty good.
That is my argument of what they should do whenever they're trying to do a reboot. Is I haven't read the books. I've seen the originals a long time ago, maybe twice. What they should do is look toward the universe is huge for that,
Yeah.
like content wise, and they want to just keep focusing on the same thing, even though it was kind of wrapped up at the end. I say wrapped up. It had a good ending, and they didn't need to reboot that same line of like Jedi, Sith, going back to the same thing. They could have just gone to some very niche areas, like with the cartoons that came out on what were those
Clone
called?
Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars and shit.
No. The newish ones, the little animated shorts that were only like an episode long.
Oh, the anime. I can't remember the name of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Remember how sick those were? You remember the one that had like the
I
black
thought
and
they were
white
kinda
art
cringy,
style?
honestly.
That most of them were cringe, but now, imagine
It's
if
so
they
cool.
imagine
Cool
if they
idea.
had the budget of
Yeah.
Star Wars
Oh, yeah.
and the actors of Star Wars, and they were like live action in that kind of niche area. Like you had like a Sith hunter, right?
Yeah.
That or a
The
was it a-
umbrella. I remember
yeah, the umbrella. That whole fight that was actually really dope.
That was like
Now imagine that with like millions of production value. You have actors.
Did
I
you
don't-
watch any of the animated like Clone Wars or anything?
When I was younger.
People
I did.
like love it.
I didn't watch the
tried to watch
3D
it.
crap though, because I thought it looked
That's what I'm
bad.
talking about.
Oh yeah,
Are you talking about the like the early 2000s like
yeah. The one with Grievous and shit. What is it? I don't remember what that
Yes,
one's
those were
called. Yeah,
so
that one was
good.
really. I don't
I
know.
don't remember the name of
I was
only
big
saw
into
bits
it.
of
but
those. I never watched like all of it.
It really, I think too, is like I wasn't. The movies were fine. I was more into like the games and the toys, and I
Lego.
think that's what made it more than the actual
Yeah.
movies. for
Well,
Star
that's
Wars.
the thing is that when they release one of these things, it's to sell some kind of product half the time. Like with the in the new ones, when Rey is on the island with Luke being trained, there's those little creatures that pop up in random scenes that do like little noises and shit.
Yeah, what are those things
I can't remember what they're called. And then you go to the store and you see that creature, even though it has nothing to do with the story at all.
Yeah,
It has no dialogue. It doesn't change.
Yeah, but even the old ones had that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's a common thing in Star Wars. Like I'm not gonna.
yeah.
knock
It was
trying to
all
sell
just
toys.
they're
merchandise.
making money
merchandise.
selling merch and toys, but that's just like a common thing that they'll do is try to fit. One
I
of those
hate
things.
Star Wars, bro. I'm down. I hate them now.
Are you really a Star Wars fan if you don't hate it?
I guess not. Mandalorian though is
Dude,
good
I like
though.
The Mandalorian.
that show is
Exactly.
fucking sick.
Another example, a niche area
Yeah.
of the universe that they just spent a lot of money in.
No, it's because Jon Favreau, bro. That guy's amazing. That guy made Iron Man.
Yeah, but still, like the whole bounty hunter
Yeah.
arc, that is really dope. Like that's really interesting, rather than just copy and pasting.
Well, two, they also did fan service really well because they brought in, spoiler alerts, they brought in like Luke to come in and save him.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't finish it.
Did you really not? Oh,
I really enjoyed it, but I didn't finish it.
dude, you should finish it just
I know
for
I
that.
should.
But then you got to watch Book of
What
Bob.
the
That was
hell?
this. Yeah, it's sick as fuck actually.
Do you think?
And he takes off his helmet, bro. And
Yeah, I haven't seen him
they
take off
looked
his
at
helmet.
him and they just. That
I think I'm
part's
on, like,
sick.
season
I gotta
2 or
spoil
something.
it for you, bro.
It's been like
No.
3 years. You can't.
Okay, fine. Spoil
You
it.
can't be mad about it now.
I'll still enjoy it.
No, he just take. It's really nice. He just takes off his helmet and they just look at each other for the first time.
That's
And
gonna
Grogu
suck.
just says goodbye, basically, just in 9 language. He's just sitting there. It's Pedro Pascal, bro, and he's just crying.
Oh yeah, that's what you guys were saying that's the actor for.
The Last of Us, the fucking Viper, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's sick as
popular
fuck.
right now.
Yeah.
He should probably stop playing Reluctant Dads though. After this,
Is that what he does? He was in a movie with Nicolas Cage I really wanted to see, but
That's who Joel is in Last of Us. Reluctant Dad.
oh, yeah, I never watched it.
it's very similar, honestly.
You need to watch that show.
You
Oh,
should.
yeah.
It's really good.
I know because I know I'd like it.
Did you
That's
watch
what
the
I'm
newest
saying.
one yet?
No, not yet.
They're like
This
an hour
is-
long though.
This
I'm not
is the
doing it for a
first
fucking
show
hour.
in like it feels like 3 years I've watched that I was so into.
Yeah, I'm actually
I
really
was
into
like,
it.
this
You
is
weren't into House of the
so
Dragon?
Good.
Bro, are you
No, House of
fucking-
the Dragon's
let me,
sick.
wait,
House of
let
the
me-
Dragon's
let me-
dope.
Let me just. It was good. It was really good.
Sam likes it
I
more
just
than
didn't. I just wasn't that into
Game of
it.
Thrones.
I just
We
wasn't.
talked about it.
My little pea brain.
So we'll
just was
take
into
we'll
this
take
one more, I
Sam's
don't know why.
question from him, which is season 1 Game of Thrones or season 1 House of the Dragon.
Which one's better? Think of everything that happens in each.
It's a lot. I don't know.
I think there is a stain on my relationship with that. That will never. It'll never be the same. I think.
grudge.
I think when I first watched season 1, it was kind of boring. I'm just trying to think back to like my mindset when I first watched Game.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
wouldn't forgive a
We were-
cheating girlfriend.
We were
I
in
don't
this
know.
room, Vincent, watching
Maybe.
it over there. I remember watching season 1 with you. You
Yeah.
and Sam.
I remember
And I
being
just
kind of
being
bored
like,
by
what?
it.
What are they
But-
talking about? I have no idea what the fuck's going
Well, the
on.
thing is, I came in late to it, and then I had to rewatch it with
Mm-hmm.
everyone, or I guess Sam or somebody.
and I was
'Cause
just watching it.
you guys were really into it at your house. I was like, "What is this show?"
Yeah, you and Dean would
Yeah.
go when the episode was released. You would go inside the little room and watch it together. We
Yeah.
were like, "What are y'all doing? We're having a fucking party." And they're
How did
going
y'all
and
know
watching
about it?
Game of
Like, how
Thrones.
did you find out about it? Was it just like recommended
I
online?
think it was
and
just like in college. People just were like, "This is the best thing." ever."
trending on
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, it was.
I hated it, bro. I fucking hated it so long. I hate dragons. I think dragons are the lamest thing ever.
I'm
that
kind
is
of over
the
them.
worst take I've heard today.
It makes me think of those like old T-shirts
Okay,
we'd have with dragons on them and
what-
stuff, and I just thought that
What
was
kind of dragons? There's like, 'cause
dragons,
dragons
drakes,
aren't just
all of them.
well, they have like lore in different cultures. So like a Japanese or Eastern Chinese dragon is very different in like folklore than like a Western dragon.
It just makes me think of like PT Cruisers. I don't know why, but I just think of like that sort of vibe from them. Is just like that kid in class who just would like be obsessed with dragons,
Yeah, I get that.
and I'm just like,
That's fair.
that's lame. I don't know.
Okay, wait. Let's go back real quick.
Sorry, yeah.
Season 1 of Game of Thrones. I think I like it better looking back. At the I couldn't tell you at the time. I think the reason I didn't like House of Dragon as much was because of the time skips. I think if that hadn't happened,
yeah.
I think I would have been more into
My
it.
argument that's what you could argue of why it was better because you got to see more content in a short
did-
amount of time.
I liked that. I just wasn't on the edge of my seat for the episodes like I was. And Game of Thrones kind of lost that towards the end. Yeah.
It's weird too because now we know like where it's gonna go.
I just
Like-
don't think anything will ever get me like the first time I watched the end of season 1 of Game of Thrones. Spoilers.
Bro, that
When
was
Ned
like
dies.
lit. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
oh
bad
my
nuts.
And
fucking god, no
that's just-
fucking way.
There's just not.
It changed my idea of what TV was completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I had no idea. Because now the whole meme is like, oh, don't get attached to characters or anything.
Yeah,
but
that
I had
literally-
no
yeah, that
idea about
started
any of
that.
that shit, dude.
You know what? I think that's kind of unfair to say Game of Thrones did that first. I really feel like Walking Dead.
Didn't watch.
Well,
didn't watch.
no, I guess that didn't happen until after. I don't know. I'd say The
No,
Walking
it was
Dead
sick
had a lot
though.
of things like
And
that.
even if you like read the books, Ned's like the main character in it,
he is, yeah.
and then he just dies, and it's just like, oh my god.
The
I remember just being
injustice
like,
of
did
it.
that really just happen? And Sam gets this like wicked grin. It's like, yeah. And it's
That-
just like, whoa, dude,
That
this is
and
sick
then,
as fuck.
The Red Wedding, I think, was also just
My
you
issue
know-
with that, killing off a character like a major character,
Mhm.
it's fine. and it's very emotional to see it happen. Do you think there's an issue when it's repeated and it kind of becomes a staple, or do you think it's an issue where that's kind of the selling point?
I think it's not good if it's just shock value.
Yeah.
Do you think now media will start to try to copy that?
Absolutely.
I think they already have. Absolutely.
Do you think that's going to be an issue in media?
Yeah.
No, I think we're moving because I don't know how to condense this down. There are definitely waves of maybe waves is it phases that fads that fantasy books go through.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you need to look at that if you want to know like what's coming.
What's coming?
Yeah, and I think we're already kind of moving out of grimdark into more. I don't know what it is now. It's hard to say like, oh, we're moving out of it because there's still like a lot of grimdark you could find if you wanted to, but most big successful TV shows are coming from books.
Yeah. Wheel of Time.
Yeah, successful.
I heard that- sorry,
I heard that sucked.
Not successful. That one was not.
Rings
I'll
of
be
Power,
honest,
bro.
I fell out of it after like 2 or 3 episodes.
I'm gonna keep watching it.
But the book
Oh,
was what I meant
I don't
successful
know.
was the book. The book was really successful.
I actually don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's popular, but I don't
Really?
know if.
I mean, I don't know
I don't know if
either.
it was successful. At the
I'm
time.
going off just by ear from everyone who's told me, who's read it. It's like one of the best books.
It was like top 10. Now this is Reddit, so take that with a grain of salt. But it was still like in the top 10 even in 2022. Like,
What, Wheel of Time?
A fantasy series, which is pretty impressive. I mean,
That is really impressive.
I just hate fantasy though.
That's fine.
what's wrong with fantasy?
There's
It
cooler
just
things
is-
than fantasy.
I don't know, goblins and shit. That's why I never like.
What do you
Lord
like
of the
over
Rings.
fantasy?
Well,
Huh?
What do you like over
Sci-fi,
Sci-fi
bro.
is way
Bro,
cooler.
that's cool.
You
Sci-fi
give me a
is
show where
sick.
people travel back in time, I'm fucking game.
You know
where
what book you should
cyborgs
read?
are going.
You should
What?
read Altered Carbon. That's
Yeah, I heard that's good.
that's one of my
You
favorites
should
all
read
time.
Red Rising. I've heard that's good.
Bro, I'm trying to read To Kill a Mockingbird, man.
You
I
need to
don't
get
have
a
time for
list.
this.
You read that in
Get it
like
out of pen
6th
and
grade.
paper.
We
Yeah,
can
I'm
move
reading
on.
it again.
Sci-fi. What happened to sci-fi?
What? Oh,
What happened to sci-fi? That was your favorite.
I still
one
think
of
you
the
should.
favorites. I wanna
You
watch
should read
shows, bro.
Mistborn.
Yeah, that one. How you described it seems really interesting,
It's
and
really
I do.
cool. The magic system is like basically everybody's born with like an affinity to a certain metal, and then if you digest the metal, you can like you get a power.
what
Some
the fuck?
people have, and everybody has like different stuff.
This reminds me too. We watched Dune the other day. That movie fucking sucked.
Really?
You don't like Dune?
No, I fucking hated it.
That's
and I
not
love that director because Blade Runner 2049 is
What
like
do you,
Yeah.
what do you like
fucking
about
shit,
It,
bro.
it was the cinematography was almost identical. The art
You
style.
know,
was
the
sick.
intern said that's what he hated the most about it, which I disagreed with him heavily on. I
What
just
did you
thought
not
the
like?
main
That was probably
character.
the best part of it was the cinematography. What?
Do you just not-
colors were like fucking shitty or something.
just not
What?
like
He's in a
Timothy?
fucking desert. Yeah,
That's
and
fair.
I like that guy because I liked him in fucking Lady Bird, which is a great movie.
I haven't seen it. But
That's
I've
a
seen that.
great fucking movie. But
I've
yeah,
seen
I
that
just didn't think
courtesy
he.
my wife.
You didn't like the movie?
What, Ladybird?
Yeah,
It was okay. It's not my kind of movie.
it was my kind of movie.
It was-
but
it was
he
good.
he just like I don't know. I don't think he had the
The
chops,
acting
bro.
chops to pull it off.
Oscar Isaac was great,
Yeah.
and then that was about
I
it.
thought he was okay.
Zendaya wasn't even fucking in it. That was just the biggest. She was like
I
in it
liked
for
it.
like 10 minutes.
I really liked it.
I don't know. There's Dune
Haven't
Part
watched
2
it.
too.
I
You haven't
just-
seen it?
Dune, I watched.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
we're
what I'm talking about.
talking about Dune.
Oh, I thought you were still on the
I'm saying, yeah,
the bird one or whatever.
no.
To Kill a Mockingbird?
No.
Oh, Lady
Lady
Bird?
Bird's
Lady Bird,
like
yeah.
a coming of age story for like a teenage
Yeah,
girl.
big cringe. Never
Yeah.
watch.
We should watch that.
Here's a
Nah.
thing that I hate, that I can't get behind. To wrap it back into anime and cartoons, because
Velma.
I can't watch anything high school based anymore.
That's fair.
I'm not in
Why?
high school anymore. I don't want to live in high school anymore. Why would I want to watch a bunch of kids in high school when they're just idiots?
You know what? I actually agree with you on
Thank
this.
you.
And you know
Thank
why?
God.
Because I watched all the Marvel shows. And one of the things I didn't like was that they were all fucking kids in high school who get powers. And I'm like, I've seen this fucking 20 fucking times now. I don't want to see the Miss Marvel.
That's all we watched when we were in high school is high school animes and shows. And now that I'm out of it and have a real job and can't affiliate with that in any way,
You should watch She-Hulk, bro. No, okay. Well, never mind.
no, I'm not watching She-Hulk.
I liked the show.
Okay.
I actually did. And that was
I'll
one
give
of the
it
main,
one episode.
That was the
about
one. No, that was the main point that I did like about it was that it was about someone who's like in their 30s, as opposed to someone who's like a high school kid again. That was the one thing that I did really like about it.
Okay, really quickly, I want you to rank Marvel shows for me. It could just be the big ones.
Before that, Velma. It's in high school, but it's tailored towards adult. That's the issue. That like
Honestly,
it has why.
I feel like
Bro,
that's doing it a bit of a disservice. I feel like it's tailored towards high school kids. That really
I mean,
edgy,
yeah, actually,
like
yeah. Like
I
right
mean,
around 7,
adults
15
can
to
definitely
18.
enjoy it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're
I mean,
right.
I feel like kid. Yeah, well,
It's
you
because
know what I'm
everyone
saying.
wants to go back to high school, bro.
No,
That was the best times of our lives. Oh,
That's Cole. He peaked.
hell yeah, that's cool. Speaking of which,
Where's he at? What time is it?
he can't, dude. He couldn't be on. He's upset about Justin
He'll
Roiland,
probably show up in
bro.
about like an hour and a half.
Marvel,
rank
the
Marvel?
Marvel shows. What
Yeah,
are
rank
they?
Marvel shows. How
Miss
many? What have
Marvel.
you seen?
I've seen them all, bro. Fucking Wakanda Forever comes out February 1st.
I think I have hot takes with those shows.
I think the best. Well, there's a lot of things I think like. I think the best one is probably
Daredevil season 1 and 2.
I haven't seen those.
You should watch them.
I know.
That's the best Marvel content. There's
Well, because he's in
nothing else
fucking
is good.
She-Hulk, and he's like the best fucking part.
Oh yeah.
I think Moon Knight.
I
the
didn't
best
finish
one.
it. I watched like 3
It's
episodes.
just Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac. I think they're just really fucking talented actors.
I thought the God was a little cringy. Like his his like avatar or whatever.
Yeah, that was kind
Or
of
whatever you call it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they're not. The thing is, those aren't.
I didn't like hate
I guess
it.
WandaVision was pretty good too. I liked that one a lot.
I think there were parts of it that were really well done. I think it really fell flat towards the end.
What is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
Shang-Chi,
What is that?
That was a movie.
I haven't seen most of
dude.
these.
That one.
And you would like it probably. No, it was pretty good.
The last one that I watched
Give it like a
was
7
probably. I tried to watch Guardians of the Galaxy once, but I was way too high for it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's like the staple, dude. That's fucking
Guardians
James
I really
Gunn.
liked Iron Man and Iron Man 2. Those are probably the only ones that I've actually watched and enjoyed.
Dude, when we were in high school, that movie was coming out, and Levi, shout out to Levi, was so fucking hyped for that movie, and I was like, why? Iron Man fucking sucks, dude. And I remember saying that. I was like, Spider-Man's the only good fucking superhero.
And then it's like a flashback to Spider-Man being emo and like, what is that, 2?
Spider-Man 3.
Three?
I was like, yeah. I saw that in
Dude, my
theaters. I
finger
thought it was
guns
pretty
fucking
good.
down.
I thought it was a pretty
Don't
good movie.
defend that, but continue
I
the story.
rewatched it and I was like, yeah.
Horrible.
No, I just remember him saying like, Iron Man, dude, that movie's gonna be so sick.
And you're like, that's
What?
lame
That's
as
so
fuck.
stupid.
Did you
Iron
go
Man
and watch it?
fucking sucks.
Or no, did you wait till way later to watch it?
The first Marvel movie I saw was Thor, and I actually saw it with Cole in theaters
Wow.
in 2011.
I've
And
never
I
seen
remember
Thor.
being like, this movie fucking sucks. This movie fucking
I
sucks.
might have been there actually. No, I don't know.
No,
if I
it was me, the intern, Cole, and like everyone else in his
The
high school
intern.
class. Yeah, I can't say his name because he
The
doesn't
intern?
Like,
Okay,
yeah, he doesn't like his name to be on it or seen. So
gotcha.
I just call him the intern.
Is that
'cause
why
he
he's not
helps
in
us.
here now?
Yeah, got boot him out.
He used to watch, didn't he? Or
What?
is that a different intern?
I don't know who we're talking about anymore. But yeah, that movie fucking sucks. And then we saw Thor 4, and that movie sucked. Were you there in PCB? This last year when we saw it?
Not that good.
You were there, right? Did you see it with us? Love and Thunder.
My brain turns off watching those. I can't watch
Cole
superhero.
Cole literally fell asleep during it,
Yeah, I probably did too.
and he was like snoring in the audience.
What kind of snoring was he doing?
He was like, like in the part where she's like, "I have cancer," and Cole's like,
That's amazing.
"You were there."
Yeah, I remember that now. I
And then
remember
we
him
had-
snoring.
I just remember the Whataburger situation, bro. That was the best part. Oh shit.
There's a ghost in there.
Let's get back to Velma though. Let's just wrap things up with Velma.
Bad. 1 out of 10. Don't watch.
I was just like, hey, we spend so much of our time being like,
I didn't like.
Here's what I would
I didn't
recommend.
hate it though. Like
if you like woke humor, you'll really.
no one
enjoy the
likes
show.
that. No one
there's people
fucking
who
likes
enjoy it.
that.
Yeah,
No.
there's a niche there. If you enjoy that, yeah, watch it. Besides that,
I don't think anybody liked
don't
this
watch.
though. I don't think anybody. Even,
if you enjoy that, don't watch this, dude, because I don't
even
want
people who
fucking hear
normally
it.
like that didn't like this.
That shit sucks. It's not funny. What's the joke though? I don't understand like why
what
it has
joke?
to be like the wokeness joke. Like I don't just.
there's
just not
woke humor.
funny.
Like
Which specific one? That's
There's just like I don't like.
I don't know, woke humor can be kind of funny.
I don't know. I just am always like, oh, this just seems like almost
that's
low
the
bar.
thing though.
like
They're
crass.
not jokes. They're just like pointing out stuff.
They're like, haha,
Okay.
the right sucks. It's like that's not funny. Like I don't even care if I agree with you politically. Like it's
Yeah.
just not funny.
When you just when it has like a political drive behind it, it's kind of just boring and empty.
like-
but
But the joke is like, haha, we hate Republicans, or haha, we
or
hate
just
Democrats.
laughing
That's-
at
that's
white
what's
people.
not-
Like
yeah.
You can do
Well,
that.
that's
and it's
funny.
funny. That's
Okay,
woke humor.
but if there's an actual joke in there, is the thing.
yeah.
Like here, it's not a joke. She's just
I
pointing
mean,
out
in Velma, an example is
white men can get away with murder. It's just like
Dennis- when
that's the
Dennis
thing he
like
said.
can't
It's
remember
not a
her
joke.
name,
Yeah.
and he's like, I go to a therapist and
He says,
I have something I can't remember the name of it.
I have a-
And she's like, rude. That's it. It's stuff like that, I guess. Just being white and rude and pompous.
It's like you're white, so you suck. Your character sucks.
That's why.
Daphne's not white; she's half Asian. That's like what they said in the beginning of the episode, and it just.
I just know I'm half Asian. Yeah, it's just.
I just wanted to be like, hey, we sit around and we like. Everyone said this show sucks, but like half the people don't watch it, but they just say it sucks. So I actually just wanted to be like, does it suck, or does everyone just saying it sucks and it's actually might not be that bad? You know what I mean? Like I go around saying, hey, you guys should check this music out because everybody listens to everything, and I'm like, you guys should check this band out, and they're like, oh no, I'm okay. I don't like this kind of music, and they don't even like listen to it. They just immediately knock it down. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No,
So
people
it's
do
like
that.
I just don't want to be stuck inside that realm of doing that. And that's why I made y'all watch Velma. So we could grow together.
I don't know what I.
We
learned
could have
from
watched
this.
The Last of Us instead, and
Probably,
grew
yeah.
way better.
That being said, yeah, Velma sucks. That show fucking sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
I think I'd give it like maybe a 3
3?
out of 10. Because the only cool things that I liked visually, I think it was pretty good.
animated
I like the
was
It was
animator.
solid animation.
Yeah. Like the
Nothing
part where
crazy, but
yeah. I don't know. It was just stupid. And then there's the whole mystery going on. I don't fucking care. You know.
yeah, the whole
I
trauma
don't even remember
thing,
like
the trauma thing was so weird.
her
This is-
mom like leaves her.
Which is supposed to be more woke. It's about like being aware of like mental health and mental
Just get over it. I'm just kidding.
there's
That's a
definitely
bit,
no
bro.
woke audience here.
Yeah. They're not listening anymore, bro. They turned it off. All right. Well, let's talk about our New Year's resolutions. Daniel,
Don't got any.
play guitar? You going to practice
No.
guitar again this year?
Nah, I gave up on it.
You don't have any? You have one New Year's resolution, right?
No, I actually didn't think about it. I'll think about it right now.
Yeah, I didn't tell
Y'all
you what
go
we were
first.
talking about. Mine is just I want to make an EP. I want to get back to recording. I made one song. I have like several ideas for stuff. I want to bring back this podcast. It's been like literally October of 2021.
Over a year.
We didn't do anything
All right, I got one.
last
We're
year.
talking about
I
Velma.
want Vincent to get really good at coding and make a game, and
Okay,
then
you
and then he
can't
pulls me
choose.
in, and then and then we both.
That is mine. I do want to release a game this year.
Dude, fuck yes. That's what we need.
Whether it's shit or not, I just want to release something so I can teach myself how to get better at it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Heavily spiced, but it's a dating simulator.
dude, and you can date
That's
each of
actually a
us.
good
Date
idea.
Cole.
Oh man, it'll take you to cold
That'd be
space,
so
but
easy.
it's
Dating
over.
simulators are very simple. They're just a visual novels,
Do it.
essentially.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Do it right
Well,
now.
I have other plans.
All right.
I have
He's
actual
a
plans that I
visionary.
want.
No.
I'll add it to the
To-do list.
to-do list, yeah.
I got video plans for stuff. We need to get going on it. The problem is though, like everyone has just this
Thing
everyone's
called
just
work.
Fucking yeah, this stupid thing called work.
Yeah, it sucks. We should just all quit our jobs and actually be
Dude,
ambitious.
I would love that. Imagine if we started making money off this shit.
Imagine if we just
quit.
did this when we were 20 and we actually started then.
That would have never worked. Don't even fall into that bit. Sometimes I get trapped in my brain being like, if I just did this like 10 years ago, imagine where I'd be like right now. But like 10 years ago, I would have never done this.
But you could have.
I could have. First off, I was too poor to do it. Second off, I think I was just too scared to do it.
You could have got experience then.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I always wanted to do it.
I'm glad my. You said like 10 years ago.
When you're 20.
I'm
21.
glad my.
19.
I'm glad my
Yeah, I guess
18-year-old self was not making videos on the internet. for
7
everybody
years
to
ago
see.
then.
What was happening 10 years
I'm
ago?
glad my
2013?
21-year-old self is not.
I was getting in bad relationships and drinking a lot and going to college.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect
Okay.
time for a video.
Okay, for
What are we
real New
fucking
Year's
doing?
resolution.
Podcasts
No.
weren't really popping then, though, either.
I want to get out. I want to.
You could have been first.
You want to own a house
Mm-hmm.
in this market?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
cool.
fun.
I just want a house.
Levi and Amy bought a
Not-
house.
Not in this market.
I'm going to buy a house one day. Probably not anytime soon.
You want to live with us so we can afford to pay for it?
Me and the intern will move in. Yeah, why not? I'm looking for an excuse just
Honestly,
to leave
if I was gonna
world,
live
bro.
with any of you guys, I think living with you wouldn't be too bad.
Woo! I'm pretty
I was
chill.
living with Cole. Your unfiltered thoughts. Go. He seems kind of like a recluse.
Oh, yeah.
He just kinda-
So Cole actually lives with Vincent now. I think we should catch people
I've
up.
lived with a
everything.
lot of people now. I'm trying to compare him.
Who was the worst? Nah, you didn't. I'm
No,
sorry.
what's the one thing he does that pisses you off?
I never see him. He works when
Say that, man.
when I'm going to bed, and when I wake up, he's asleep, and while I'm at work, he is home. So I never see him. It's only Sunday, Mondays I see him. I wish his schedule would change, but I think it's about to get worse. I think he's about to move to like Tuesday, Wednesday, or something. So I'll see him
Weird.
less. But as a roommate, no, he's actually pretty great. He's actually one of the better ones.
Damn.
I think his mama raised him right.
Aw.
He cleans up himself. He cleans better than I do. It takes me a lot to clean after 3 cats and my dad.
Yeah, maybe go easy on the cat, bro.
Yeah.
You need
And you have a
another one.
dog too. Anyways, let's I guess just wrap it up then. Any more New Year's? Any more thoughts on Velma? Anything else? We've been going on for like 50 minutes. I don't think I have anything else to say, really. Y'all, final thoughts? No.
No.
I think that's it then.
No.
This is where we go. I think the idea though is we should meet up like every 3 weeks.
Can we do weekends?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can be better.
Because I'm supposed to be coding right now. My
What?
ambition is through the roof right now. I want you to know that.
It's always
Anytime
when you
I'm
can't do it.
anytime I'm not at my desk
That's
working
good
on it,
then. That's what we
I
need
want to be doing it, and when I'm at work, I want to be doing it here.
Dude, that's what like
Even if I'm having fun with friends, I want to be doing it, and it's bad. But it's
last
good at the same
Saturday,
time.
I was like, I got to get in my room and I just got to record this. I got to do it right now. I just release this instantly. Just get it out there. It's right. Strike while the
You
iron's
know when I'm the
fucking
most
hot,
ambitious? On road trips when I'm driving. I get super ambitious. I'm like, when I get home,
bro. Oh,
I'm gonna.
I kind of get that.
It's when I can't, when I'm not distracting
Well, it's like
myself
you're
with-
building up all these things you want to do when you get back, and then you have this list, and then you get
Yeah.
through like a quarter.
And then you
of
get
it,
home and you
and you
sit on the couch
sit on
and
the
it's all
couch, yeah.
done.
It's
No
all
more.
gone.
All right. Anyways,
yep. I think that's it. I don't think I'm gonna delete this episode either.
good.
Just
Let's record another
If you do,
Just
I'm
in
not
case.
with a
coming back.
better premise.
You hear that, future Jet?
no. I like this premise, bro. I think we got some pretty good subjects.
Oh yeah, we
here.
got some good content.
good content.
You hear
Just
that,
stay
future
grinding,
Jet?
bro.
If you delete this, I'm not coming back.
No. All right. Well, I guess we'll do it again soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I love y'all.
You ready for the next topic?
I don't know what it is gonna be.
Andrew Tate.
Oh God, fuck no, dude.
That's played out. That's
In
over.
that.